Good afternoon, everyone. To begin our commencement ceremony, we will all stand for the entry of the graduation procession.
Some Duke on the vibe.
This year, blessing, money, testimony. Go to follow, you they go.
This year, good news, giant, plenty bonding. Go to follow, you they go.
Everything I've been wanting, manifesting for my life.
Everything you've been wanting, manifesting for your life.
Even before you call, you don't answer prayer. My papa is too shy, you don't fit for your hand. Even before you call, you don't answer prayer. My papa is too shy, fit for your hand. Everything I've been wanting, manifesting for my life. Everything you've been wanting, manifesting for your life. Everything I've been wanting, manifesting for my life. Everything you've been wanting, manifesting for this year, blessing, money, testimony. Go to follow, you they go.
This year, good news, giant, plenty bonding. Go to follow, you they go.
Some Duke on the vibe.
This year, blessing, money, testimony. Go to follow, you they go.
This year, good news.
Let's remain standing as we lift our voices in the singing of the national anthem.
Okay, today's proceedings will now be meaningfully blessed with the invocation by our school's chaplain, Pastor Francis.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, all. Praise God. As I give my own piece of advice to the youth graduation class, quickly from Proverbs chapter 3. I'm not preaching, I'm just giving some spiritually based, and my last spiritually based motivation and direction to them. And it comes from Proverbs chapter 3, 5, and 6. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not upon your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. Let's pray. Father and God, we come before you in this moment that, God, you ordained, that you knew, and you knew who would be present, who would be involved. God, we are now, God, celebrating with these young men and women as they transition from one level of learning to another. God, we acknowledge that you have sent each one of them into this world with talents, gifts, and purpose. And Father, we pray, oh God, that those who would continue to be involved in their development, both academically, spiritually, physically, God, that they would seek you, oh God, in guiding these precious loved ones. We thank God for those who played their part in the last 5 years of their lives. And Lord, we pray that you continue to bless them. And Father, as they move on, I pray that each one of them will fulfill their purpose that you have sent them on this earth to fulfill, both academically, spiritually, and physically. Lord, we pray for the parents, that they too would continue to acknowledge you in their lives, to get the directions, to direct them as you have given these children for them to bring up, not only academically, but spiritually, and to know you. God, the rest of the proceeding and everything that will be said and done, let it be another motivational step and encouragement to them to seek higher in education, personally, and God in nation building. We thank you now in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you for blessing this service with such reference, Pastor. Please be seated.
It is with immense pleasure that we welcome you to our graduation ceremony this afternoon. Mr. John Gums, Education Officer with responsibility for the Sandy Point Primary School. Mrs. Sasha Warner Leader, Principal. Mr. Erwin Lawrence, Deputy Principal. Ms. Lorna Brown, Second Deputy.
Pastor Kenneth Francis, our school's chaplain. Ms. Derricka Thompson, the PTA President, and other members of the PTA executives.
Ms. Dariella Warner, our featured speaker.
Faculty, members of the auxiliary staff, parents, guardians, relatives, friends, supporters, well-wishers, and to our graduating class of 2023, a pleasant good afternoon. A good beginning is a good ending. A good ending is a worthwhile experience. Welcome to the Sandy Point Primary School's commencement ceremony 2023. Under the theme, ability is what you're capable of doing. Motivation determines what you do. Attitude determines how well you do it. We are your hosts for this afternoon. I am Ebony Smith.
I am Dawn James.
It is indeed an honor and privilege to be your host on this historic occasion. Graduation is a time for reflection on the labors of the past, the accomplishments of the present, and the possibilities of the future. Today represents one of the few times in your life when you can stop, look back, and say, look what I have accomplished. These are rare occurrences, but moments that deserves celebration. What you have accomplished is significant, probably more so than you realize right now. But you will look back on these past years as pivotal in developing the traits, attitudes, skills, and knowledge required for success in your life. You have demonstrated resiliency, commitment, adaptability, and remarkable determination. Your Sandy Point primary education has given you the tools to be a game changer, not only in your academia, but in your community, across the country, and around the world. Your experience at SPPS and all you have achieved are now interwoven with other pioneers of educators and SPPS alumni who came before you.
As new alumni, you will be a part of the fiercely proud heritage of this prestigious institution. Graduates, with immense pride, we congratulate you on your accomplishments. You have persevered, you trusted your teachers who recognized your potential. You believed in yourself and made it happen. Although this is not the biggest peak of achievement, this achievement serves as your path to move forward to your secondary years of education and by extension, your college education. To the parents and guardians of the graduating class of 2023, we say a heartfelt thank you for your unwavering support and dedication to your child's education over the 7 years at Sandy Point Primary School. Your ongoing support, involvement in your child's education, and solid partnerships with the school have undoubtedly contributed to creating a welcoming atmosphere for our students to learn and increase the quality of our school. At this time, put your hands together as we welcome our very own principal, Mrs. Sasha Warner-Leader, to give the principal's remark.
To our hostesses, please allow me to adopt the protocol that has already been so ably established. Take pride in how far you've come. Have faith in how far you can go. But don't forget to enjoy the journey. Cheerleaders, with permission again, allow me. A pleasant good afternoon to all, and welcome to our graduation ceremony 2023. I stand humbled and honored to be given the opportunity to stand before you and deliver congratulatory remarks for 2023. Today we celebrate our 41 graduates of the Sandy Point Primary School under the theme, Ability is what you're capable of doing. Motivation determines what you do. Attitude determines how well you do it. This theme was chosen to empower students to walk confidently into a new chapter of their lives, creating an attitude that will conquer any difficult situation that they may face and becoming motivated when overwhelmed. As I reflect on the past year, it would be remiss of me not to first thank the Almighty God for strength, patience, and knowledge. It would also be impossible for us to conclude another academic year without the favor of God. This ceremony is a memorable one. It's a culmination of the year of hard work, achievements, and accomplishments. And believe me when I say this year was a very difficult school year. It was a voyage that began with many hesitant steps. However, it brought us astonishing heights. We endured some hardships along the way and emerged stronger as a result. The voyage began on September 7th, 2022. 41 students enrolled into grade 6. Students were divided equally into 3 classrooms. Room 1, Mr. Erwin Lawrence. Room 2, Miss Kendra Herbert. And room 3, Miss Lorna Brown. The anticipation of entering the last grade of school was evident. This was about to be the best year of their lives. They were ready and eager for the new possibilities. At the start of the school year, a total of 304 students were enrolled in the Sandy Point Primary School. Maximum staffing of 21 teachers, 3 teacher assistants, and 12 ancillary workers. We welcomed 4 new teachers to the staff for the new year. Miss Zoe Clark, who was placed on grade 3, room 2, Miss Rachel Mason, grade 1, room 3, and Mr. Carlos Heiliger, grade 4, room 1, and Miss Denisha Herbert, grade 4, room 3. They were entirely welcome to our staff, as most of them were fellow Sandy Pointers. They brought with them a wealth of knowledge, enthusiasm, and expertise. We also welcomed 3 new teaching assistants later in the year, Miss Sadler, Miss Richards, and Miss Smithen, to assist on grades 3, 2, and kindergarten. At this juncture, I would like to recognize the staff of Sandy Point Primary School, who I deem as dedicated, hardworking, and caring. Our students' education is number 1 for them, and they believe in and practice student-centered engagements and approaches. The staff has skillfully ensured that all students were taught equally and efficiently. Teachers, teacher assistants, guidance counselor, librarian and assistant, coaches, ancillary staff, and step officers, take a bow for your dedication over the past year. Your devotion, steadfastness, and compassion in shaping our pupils and making a difference at Sandy Point Primary School is realized. We applaud your efforts and your zeal. You have equipped our students for life. Thank you. I would also like to recognize at this time Mr. Erwin Lawrence, Deputy Principal, and my management team for their support and gestures over the past year. Thank you, Ms. Lorna Brown, Mrs. Kathleen Manning-Mills, Mrs. Joan Hobson, and Mrs. Dawn James. Secretary Kwanda Gaskin, who have managed to make the office operations simpler on many occasions. Your contribution to our team is valuable. Sandy Point Primary School has also benefited tremendously from community supporters. These individuals have contributed to the school in many significant ways, and for this we are thankful. Mention must be made to Dr. Hodge, the various churches and individuals who would have contributed to the school's breakfast program. The school is indeed in depth of the many contributions over the year. Although too numerous to mention, we could not do it without you. Thank you. To our school's education officer, Mr. John Gomes, I would like to express profound gratitude to you. You are a remarkable individual. Your regular visits, calls, and continuous support cannot go unnoticed. Thank you for being a coach and a listening ear, for your words of advice and encouragement offered regularly. Greatest gratitude is also expressed to the Ministry of Education, who has played a helpful role in the day-to-day running of the school. We express sincerest appreciation. You were never too busy to address questions or concerns, and we are truly appreciative. I would also like to recognize Officer Henry and her team of community officers who would have visited the school on numerous occasions. We appreciate your willingness to ensure that order is kept at the school. To our parents, parental participation is ultimately the most important factor in a child's success. Parents should be pleased with what they see today. You have managed to maintain discipline and support for the past 7 years. Although the journey here is over, it is not the end. I would advise you to continue to be supportive of your children or your child in the next leg of the journey. Remain involved. Go to your child's school often to check in on them. Become involved in the school's activities. Be present and be the type of parent today that you would want your child to remember tomorrow. For the academic year, we welcome numerous successes. Traden Douglas received an award from the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Boys Mentorship Program Advisory Board. He received recognition in the area of the World Day of the Boy Child. What a deserving award this was. Congratulations, Traden, on this achievement. The school also decided to acknowledge some of our grade 6 boys during this period, who we felt also exemplified great qualities in academics and behavior. Kijon Keynes, Kemani Demin, Aaron Fifield, and Aiden Versailles. Congratulations. Keep on being good boys and role models to your peers. Zaid Murray also got the chance to represent the school in the Rotary Spelling Bee competition. Although he was not successful, we are indeed super proud of his achievement. Congratulations, Zaid. Kevincia Rodriguez, Elena Pennyfeather, and Kimani Demin were 3 of our students chosen to represent the school in the Consumer Affairs quiz. Unfortunately, due to illness, our students were unable to compete. By no doubt, with a team like this, we certainly would have dominated. Not to mention our track and field events. The students were so excited for our sports day to showcase their talents. They made their way to house assemblies and participated in various track and field events, steeplechase, tug-of-war, just to mention a few. The Honorable Sean Kerrich's Inter-House Spelling Bee competition was another successful event. Students of grade 6, namely Caldra Evans, Kai Watley, Mercy Keynes, Kevincia Rodriguez, Aaron Fifield, and Elvis Cozier, represented well. Although they were a bit emotional, they enjoyed every moment while repping for their school colors. Special mention must be made to the overall winner, Orange House, for their determination to overtake the title. They snatched the bragging rights from Red House, who would have managed to hold on to the trophy for 2 consecutive years. Congratulations, Orange House. Job well done. To our overall winner for Sports Day 2022-2023, Green Giants. Congratulations. The teachers of Greenhouse would have ensured that although they did not maintain gold throughout the sports term, they still managed at the end to capture the sports championship. I must acknowledge several of our grade 6 students who have done well athletically and have attained trophies and awards. Our top champion girl, Alena Pennyfeather. You have done well, and your parents should be proud of your achievements. You worked hard for this, maybe even effortlessly, and you have made your point. Continue to make us proud. To our track and field master, Naeem Liddy. You have also proven your point and have emerged the true winner. Continue to strive for excellence and keep your eyes on the prize. All athletes, please stand and be recognized. All athletes, let's go, stand up, let's see you. Thank you. Our zonal team, you have definitely made us proud. We emerged winners of the West Zone competition, defeating 3 other schools. We are indeed pleased with our team as they represented their school well. To the team that also represented our school at the Kim Collins Stadium in the Rams meet, although we were not victorious, I acknowledge the hard work which would have been put in by our students. Aaron, Naya, Naeem, Demarian, Kevincia, Alena, Aiden, Chavalita, Shavisia, and Michaela. Keep working on your skill sets. Good results will emerge once you continue to strive towards it. "26 of our grade 6 students were chosen as prefects in September of 2022. All were assigned to grades around the school, ranging from kindergarten to grade 5. Among the constant complaints about the students' behavior, our grade 6ers handled themselves in the classroom in true leadership style. After all, that is why they were chosen. We saw the potential. Continue to shine, as leadership is something that is not learned. It comes from within. Not forgetting our honor roll recipients throughout the school year. Many of our grade 6ers would have gotten the chance to capture this certificate effortlessly. They maintained an average of 70% and over and passed all of their subjects. Congratulations to our stars. Keep up the good work, even into high school. High commendation must be given to our valedictorian, Aiden Versailles. Aiden has exhibited very high standard throughout the year, with his highest average being an 86% overall. He is an overachiever and always yearns to do his very best. Aiden, continue to stand tall. You have conquered and you are victorious. You have made your parents proud. Continue to soar way beyond your limits. The desire to succeed is immeasurable. Keep up the extraordinary work. Our eyes and ears will be out checking on you from time to time. We expect nothing but the best from you. Job well done, Aiden. To our salutatorian, Kimani Demin, another one of our excellent students with an average of 84%, just behind Aiden. Kimani has worked diligently. Kimani must be commended for his determination. Continue to work hard as you now enter into secondary level. Keep making your parents proud. Congratulations, Kimani. Indeed, it warms my heart that this year's top 2 positions for the class of 2023 are males. Give them a round of applause. Although this is rarely seen, it is indeed achievable. Quiet down, students. They have proven today that boys are equally important as girls. Boys are just as capable as girls. Boys could also be whatever they want to be and accomplish whatever they put their minds to. Aiden and Kimani, please stand as we acknowledge you. Thank you. Keep excelling in whatever comes your way for the future. We definitely will be keeping our ears out to hear all the good work that you will continue to do. Here at Sandy Point Primary School, we deem reading as a very important aspect in all of our students' lives. Students were encouraged to read throughout the year, visit the library, and read some more. And today, all of our students who have read will also be awarded greatly. Don't stop reading, students. Continue to pick up that book. Sit under a tree if you have to and enjoy the reading. Now to the graduates. You looking at me? The sky is the limit. There is no limit to whatever, the sky is not the limit, sorry. There is no limit to whatever it is that you may want to achieve. If you put your mind to it, you definitely will achieve it. Remain focused and keep your mind on the prize. As Martin Luther King would have put it, intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. Always be yourselves. If your character was a great one, make it even greater. And if it was not so much of a good one, it is time to change your ways. It is time for you to now transition into a new lifestyle. There will be no more one teacher classroom. You will see multiple teachers throughout the day. Brace yourselves. It will be something new. But I know that you can handle the challenge. A different environment will also be a part of the transition. You will no longer walk the halls of the Sandy Point Primary School. However, your footsteps will always be a part of our school. Your grade 6 experience was filled with laughter, challenges, and barriers. We had some good days and some not so good days. However, I know that you are leaving with memories that will last you for a lifetime. Hold on to the friendships that you would have built over the years. Today, I want to congratulate all of the parents who have served as a guide, an example, and motivation to your child to reach one more goal in life today upon graduating primary school. The standard of performance shows the support of your child. Your child is your investment. Therefore, continue to keep your eye on your child. Continue to speak positivity into their life. Continue to pray for them. Do not allow your child to develop a sense of complacency. Class of 2023, you have made us proud. As a transition, be sure to make a positive impact. Be exemplary students. Your years of primary school have ended. However, your journey continues. Take with you all of the lessons you have learned, the virtues, all of the memories. Education is your passport to the future. Congratulations, class of 2023. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Leader, for your insightful remarks. Before we proceed any further, please allow me to recognize the presence of Mr. Miguel Thomas, Principal of the Virchals High School, Mrs. Kira Rollins, Principal of the Sadler's Primary School, Mrs. Joyce Rollins, Principal of the St. Paul's Primary School, and we have past Principal Mrs. Violet Jones Monlade, and Elder Oflahati, who is the chaplain responsible for the Sandy Point Primary School. Yes, let's give them a Sandy Point Primary School welcome. At this time, we will invite two talented members of the graduating class, Kalja Evans and Ozaria Wyatt, to deliver a poem. Let's welcome them with a round of applause.
Your final year of school is nothing if it is not an emotional roller coaster. Excitement, nervousness, at least a hint of sadness are just a few many emotions students feel as they prepare themselves for the next chapter in their lives. Even those who are not a part of the class of 2023 can remember all the last first days, last exams, last summer breaks, and finally your last day of school. It's a lot to take in. And before ever getting a chance to catch your breath, it is time to burst out the caps and gowns, snatch the certificates you've worked hard for, say your final farewells, and of course, celebrate.
There is a universal truth we all have to face. Whether we want to or not, everything eventually ends. As much as I have looked forward to this day, I've always disliked endings. Today is one of those days for us. Today, we say goodbye to everything that was familiar and everything that was comfortable. We are moving on. But just because we are leaving, and that hurts, there are people who are so much a part of us. Our memories of yesterday will last a lifetime. We'll take the best and someday forget the rest. The world is waiting for you, so go out there and make a difference. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Thank you, Ozaria and Kaldra, for that wonderful poem that really expressed the sentiments that you would have experienced over your tenure here at the Sandy Point Primary School. Let's put our hands together for them one more time. At this time, we invite our very own education officer, Mr. John Gums, to give remarks on behalf of the Ministry of Education.
Thank you very much, Mrs. James. Pleasant good afternoon to all. It is really indeed a pleasure for me to stand here this afternoon to bring some brief, and I emphasize brief remarks on behalf of the Ministry of Education. But before I get into those brief remarks, I want to ask for permission, co-chairs, to adopt the protocol that was so ably established, save to acknowledge our three principals, Sir Thomas, Mrs. Rollins Buchanan, and Mrs. Rollins, former principal, Ms. Jones, and a special acknowledgement to our graduating class of 2023. Graduation is indeed an important part, an important time in the lives of students. Today, 41 of you sit before us, proud, having accomplished 7 fruitful years at the primary school. The Ministry of Education is extremely proud of the efforts, the commitment, and the dedication exhibited by Principal Leader Warner Leader, and her staff throughout the school year 2022-2023. As you would have heard from the principal herself, this school year indeed was a very challenging one. And there's a saying that says, of course, tough times do not last, but tough people do. People who plan and prepare overcome those challenges. And we want to really credit the staff of Sandy Point Primary School for their dedication, their efforts, the way that they were able to overcome those challenges throughout the school year. We are extremely proud of your efforts, and the Ministry of Education, of course, encourage you to continue the good works which you have started here at the Sandy Point Primary School. If it is pleasing with you, I would like to pause, of course, to acknowledge the arrival of Mr. Honorable Sean Richards, our parliamentary representative, former Deputy Prime Minister and former Minister of Education. Welcome, sir. To the parents, especially those of the graduating class of this year, you, of course, would have made so many sacrifices in ensuring that your children get to the stage where they are today. Your efforts, your sacrifices do not go unnoticed by your school, for sure, and certainly as well not by the Ministry of Education. We are cognizant how challenging it is at times to raise children, how challenging it is at school, and the way that you would have crafted and nurtured your students or your children throughout the past year really speaks volume to your commitment and the bright future that your children have. Round of applause for yourselves, parents. We are very proud of you. Now, from experience, I have seen over the many years that I have been in education, students who really excelled in primary school had extremely strong supportive support from the parents. And when these students move on to the secondary school, parents sort of let go, thinking that they are now older, they are now high school students. And that is indeed a mistake. And so to your parents, this is the time when you are supposed to be holding on to your children even more than you did while they were in primary school. This is the time when they are beginning to focus on their careers and what they want to do. And they need that guidance and that support from you, the parents, more than anybody else. And so I encourage you to always be there for your children, to be there for them as much or even more than you have in the past. These are your treasures, and you must, of course, protect and take care of those treasures. Finally, to the graduating class of 2023, This, for all of you, I would assume, is your second graduation. You would have graduated from preschool. And I said to you, in your future, if you have not seen it yet, soon you will, that you have at least 5 more graduations to go. I want you, the Ministry of Education wants you to graduate 5 more times. Yes, 5 more times. Your next graduation shall be high school. All of you will graduate high school. After high school, you will graduate at CFBC or maybe AVEC. That is another graduation. After that, we expect you to graduate from university with your bachelor's degree. And after that, you do not settle and say, oh, I now have a bachelor, so I can relax. Our world is very competitive. And you will graduate again with a master's degree. Yes. And there's one more to go. And that is when you will graduate with your doctoral degree, a doctor of something. I see it in your future. I want to wish you all the best. May God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Gums, for your insightful remarks and your words of wisdom and encouragement to our graduates. Graduates, were you listening? Were you listening? Okay. At this time, we would like to call on Miss Daria Warner to introduce our featured speaker.
A pleasant good afternoon, all. Hostesses, please allow me to adopt the protocol that has already been established. Miss Dariela Warner, born in Cuba, migrated to St. Kitts and Nevis at the tender age of 5. This is when her academic journey at the Sandy Point Primary School began. In 2015, she graduated top of her class and received the Principal's Award. She then continued her education at the neighboring secondary school, the Charles E. Mills Secondary School, where she dedicated 5 years of her life. At Charles E. Mills, Miss Warner fostered a deeper dedication to her academic studies and also built upon her public speaking skills. She was involved in her school and was a part of the debating club, where she won the St. Kitts and Nevis Bar Association High School Debating Competition in the year 2019. In 2020, she graduated valedictorian at her secondary school. She then made the decision to further her studies at the Clarence Fitzroy Bryan College, where she pursued an associate's degree in natural sciences. Her continued dedication to her studies was reflected in her performance at the tertiary level. In college, Miss Warner not only focused on her academics, but also involved herself in a number of clubs, such as the Debating Society and the Science Club, where she also held executive positions. Throughout her journey, Miss Warner obtained skills, disciplines, and lessons which she would make use of as she furthers her study in the field of medicine. Please let us put our hands together and welcome our featured speaker for this afternoon, Miss Dariela Warner.
Sean Richards, Minister of Education Officer John Gums, other distinguished members of Parliament, graduates, parents, principal, mistress leader, teachers, support staff of this prestigious institution, and all guests in your respective capacities, pleasant good evening. It is an honor for me to be here today, courtesy of an invitation to bring the keynote address. As I stand here addressing the Sandy Point Primary School graduating class of 2023, I am swelled with a plethora of emotions: nostalgia, pride, and excitement. It feels like just yesterday I was walking the same corridors, sitting in the same classrooms, and engaging with some of these teachers. Some 8 years ago, I was sitting here, listening to similar words of engagement from our guest speaker, principal, and teachers. My class at the time was challenged to change the world as we ventured to secondary school. At that time, I wondered, what can a 12-year-old really do to change the world, or as much as cause this little of an impact? We were so young, so simple. But now look at me, a 20-year-old young adult, standing at the graduation of my alma mater, ready to pour into the younger generation. So there is a lot that you can do. They say that greatness can be seen before it manifests. And today I see before me graduates full of smiles, joy, and ambition. Ambition for a future that will unfold before you like a deck of cards. A shock to be experienced at every flip. I would like to congratulate everyone graduating today, as you have all worked hard to get to this stage and are now getting ready to move forward. It is a little scary, right? After all, some of you may be going to different schools, or meeting your people, or of course experiencing pressure and stress like you've never felt before. But of course, that is part of the process. I also feel compelled to acknowledge and congratulate the parents, our guardians, teachers, and all other staff members. The hard work that you have put in to nurture these lovely faces for the first years of their life is not going unnoticed. Graduates, I implore you to appreciate them. As I reflected on the theme, ability is what you are capable of doing. Motivation determines what you can do. Attitude determines how well you do it by low odds. Many thoughts flooded my mind in terms of how I would tackle it. Indeed, the theme can be interpreted in so many ways. And in undertaking the necessary research to prepare, I chose the simplest form. That is how the three elements intertwine to build the fortress of one's success. First and foremost, let's reflect on the first segment of the theme. Ability is what you are capable of doing. Ability refers to one's talent, skill, or degree of expertise in something. It indicates an individual's potential for developing and applying new knowledge or skills. Your ability carves the foundation of your potential and determines your actions and what you can achieve. However, what I would like to make mention to the graduates today is that you are often made to believe that our capabilities are predetermined. However, that is far from the truth. Your capabilities are as vast as the drops of water in the ocean, and whatever you may lack can be improved upon through education and training. We live in a society whose educational system often glorifies abilities that would provide better results on paper. And as young people, you are forced to push against these beliefs, and in pushing, you will marvel at the results. You are capable of amazing things. An example would be the robotics group that we have here in the Federation that recently represented us in Switzerland. You see young people researching drones, humanoids, IA, networking, gaming, and taking research topics from the United Nations Sustainable Goals. That is what it means to make a difference in the world. Everyone has their own unique talents, abilities, and it is your duty to build upon them. However, with ability comes obstacles. That is where the importance of the next part of the theme comes into play. Motivation determines what you do. Motivation means having an incentive or strong desire to do well or succeed. I strongly believe that motivation is a driver of success. It looks past age, gender, status. It sees no goal as too small or too big to achieve. Motivation is what enables us to push forward, no matter the obstacles that are ahead. When I first went to secondary school, I lost the motivation to perform well in my schoolwork. The obstacle that I faced was my mind. I was drained and exhausted because of all the expectations placed upon me. So I felt rebellious. I threw away my motivation because I felt as though it was for others and not for me. What I did not know is how lost I would feel in doing so. The aching in my chest when I saw my results. Where there is a lack of motivation, there is a pool of dormant dreams, untapped ability, and a dissatisfaction with life. My dreams and abilities lay dormant, and I was dissatisfied. In my third year of secondary school, I reflected on my decisions, and I realized that allowing myself to feel defeated by my mind was not what I truly wanted. I then decided to tap into an motivation from deep within, and use this motivation to overcome my obstacle. And I would say that is where my academic journey truly began. However, motivation alone was not enough for me, and it is not enough for you. The right attitude is needed. This leads me to my next point, that in Loholt's quote that states, attitude determines how well you do it. In this context, it is supposed that attitude defines your level of success. Growing up as children, we are always told by our parents, our guardians, our teachers, that attitude is everything. And as children, you would brush it off. However, as you grow into young adults, you would come to understand the power of this phrase. Your attitude shapes your approach to life and the many obstacles that adorn it. It determines whether you would allow these obstacles to be the cause of your defeat or the fire that would ignite a deep desire within you for growth and prosperity. We can agree that if we have a positive attitude, the hurdles we may encounter are easier to overcome. In the words of Wade Bogue, a positive attitude causes a chain reaction of positive thoughts, events, and outcomes. It is a catalyst and it sparks extraordinary results. On the other hand, if your attitude is negative, you become more irritable and accept defeat, which is far from the reality that I would want for you and that I know you would want for yourselves. Graduates, you have laughed together, cried together, and shared so many precious memories together. As you embark on another stage of your life, I urge you to carry the memories, lessons, and friendships with you. Graduation is not just an ending, but also a new beginning. Let me conclude as I began, by encouraging you to contribute to the world you live in. Be relentless in your pursuit for greatness. You are not too young to make the world a better place, and you must believe that. Believe in yourselves. And remain motivated, even when the going gets tough. And finally, remember that a weakness of attitude becomes a weakness of character. You can choose to throw in the towel, or you can use it to wipe off your sweat. Thank you. Congratulations. Have a good evening.
We want to thank Ms. Warner for her profound words of inspiration to the graduates. And to the graduates, I hope you were listening. Were you guys listening? Okay, and I hope that you were receptive and truly absorb the significance of the information that was presented to you. Okay? And as you start your next chapter, don't be afraid to challenge yourself, ask the hard questions, and continue to show the same grit and determination that you have demonstrated over the 7 years of your primary schooling. Okay, graduates? Okay, graduates? All right. Please allow me to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Kenneth Douglas, the representative for the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party for constituency number 5. We will now be entertained. No? Okay. All right. We're going to skip past the dance. And we will now have a song by the graduating class of 2023. Let's welcome them. Yes.
For your mercy never fails me all my days. I've been held in your hands from the moment that I wake up until I lay my hands. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
very pleasant good evening and welcome to one and all. At this time, it's indeed an honor and privilege to make some presentations this evening. We're going to start with three wonderful teachers who would be awarded Teachers of the Year. At this time, it's given me an honor to mention someone who is very dedicated, very caring, ever-present teacher. At mornings, you can be sure that this teacher is at the school by 7:30 a.m. to ensure that the office is opened and that teachers are able to get to their classrooms. This also gives this teacher time to reset themselves for the day of work. This teacher serves on the management team of the school and often gives, brutally honest opinions on how they see things. The teacher of grade 6 who is devoted to the students under his care. This teacher has a zest for learning, especially in mathematics. This teacher gets along well with his colleagues and parents and has a passion for his job. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me an honor and privilege to welcome none other than Mr. Irvin Lawrence. Also, another teacher, one whose engagement with her students is visible daily. She ensures that although they are young, they seek and take responsibility. This teacher is of grade 1 and is also a member of the school's management team. She can be called upon at any time to assist with anything pertaining to the school. Even without asking, she puts her hands to the plow, ensuring that whatever the school is having, that things get done. She's often seen walking around with a bag whenever it is Mufti Day, going from class to class, ensuring that monies are gathered. Another task taken up by her without even being asked. This teacher is very friendly. She gets along well with her colleagues and parents alike. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me make welcome another teacher to be honored, Mrs. Joan Hobson. Mrs. Joan Hobson, give it up. Looking lovely. Isn't she lovely? Yes.
She served as a teacher at the Sandy Point Primary School for the past 10 years. She's an optimistic teacher who always willing to share ideas concerning any aspect of the school business. A teacher who gets along well with her colleagues, parents, and people within her community. She currently serves as the chair of the Student Council Committee, which she serves passionately. A grade 5 teacher who completes her job with distinction. She believes in fairness, in which things are done. Ladies and gentlemen, please let us welcome Miss Daria Warner. We're now moving on to our Most Supportive Parents Award. Although the decision to bring their children to the most prestigious primary school in the Federation of Sandy Point Primary, Sandy Point Primary School was a late one. A school who wholeheartedly welcomed their 2 children to the school. Ever since their arrival, both parents have never hesitated to give back to the school. Nothing was too big nor too small for them to give. They can be depended on at any time to show up and show out. Some words of encouragement are always received, whether it's pertaining to any event, their feedback, or in-house business. But one thing is certain, their main concern was always their children and their education. We say a very big thank you to these parents. Let's all welcome Mr. and Mrs. Stuart Versils.
I must also add that Mr. Versils is especially, helpful with our school's breakfast program by providing eggs and even monetary contribution. Give it up one more time for Mr. and Mrs. Versils. Now these parents, we're going to honor some more parents. These parents are sure to show up. It doesn't matter what it is, right? They ensure that their presence is felt always. The school will always borrow from the parents to decorate these lovely decorations. They're responsible as well at the graduation. Even when we have picture taking day or whatever, they can be counted on. Her main concern is always making sure that the school, of course, is decorated. Sports Day held this year. Both parents, they knew that the principal was not going to be on island, but they were there, they were present. They made their presence known throughout the entire day at the recreational ground, making sure that everything was in order. Even after Sports Day, you can see them breaking down and cleaning up with the teachers. This was indeed an act of kindness, selflessness, and sacrifice. And we want to say a heartfelt thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Justin Woodley. Sandy Point Primary is indeed appreciative. Both of you, may God moving right along, Still honoring parents. Both parents are always responsive to whatever needs that the school has. There is never anything that is too big nor too small for them to contribute. They are in tune with what is happening at the school and very supportive of what the school is always doing. They both can be depended on to assist, whether it be monetary, or their labor, you name it, they are there. We want to say a heartfelt thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Travis Douglas for your continuous support to Sandy Point Primary School. We appreciate you both. God bless you richly. And I know that all the parents are looking lovely, smartly dressed. All right.
Okay, we are now moving on to our librarian award. This teacher is our school librarian stalwart. She's hardworking, devoted, and caring. She goes above and beyond for the school, not only for the library, but anything for the Sandy Point Primary School. She instilled morals, values, and could often be heard encouraging children around her. Let us not talk about her big hat. She's a giving teacher. From time to time, one can find her bringing goodies, yes, our Chini homemade delicacies. Thanks, Mr. Francis. For the staff, something she knows we all love. They are delicious. Getting children to read is definitely her passion. She's a motivator. She's our champion. She's our librarian. Ladies and gentlemen, let's help me welcome Miss Nicole Francis. Moving on, these three teachers of grade 6 will be awarded at this time for their dedication towards the students of grade 6. This set of children were definitely a handful. However, teacher Mr. Irvin Lawrence and Miss Kendra Herbert and Miss Lorna Brown handled them with grace and persistence. A job well done, teachers. Thank you for your service. We'll now welcome Mr. Irwin Lawrence. Ms. Kendra Herbert. They deserve it, they deserve it. And Miss Lorna Brown. Thank you, teachers, for... Be quiet. Okay. Let us now welcome the parents of Amir Richardson. Oh, Amari Richardson.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of my wife and I, Mrs. Richards, Miss Lorna Brown, we want to say thank you very, very much for keeping Amari abreast with his work while he was away. It was a difficult time for us, but you came through and went above and beyond. We just want to say thank you very much.
Okay, moving right along into the presentation for the graduating class 2023. We'll now invite Mr. Pennyfeather to distribute our awards. Our first award is Kijon Keynes, second in class, third class honor roll, perfect attendance award, the Marilyn Maynard Award, 75% in maths and over. Ozaria Wyatt. Perfect Attendance Award, the Librarians Award, reading 25 books, and a token of appreciation for helping with the phonics program. Siobhan Richardson, the Lisha Hutchinson Pass Student Award. The Marianne Gums Class Roll Award, the Marilyn Maynard Award, 75% and over in mathematics. Elvis Kozia, Second Class Honor Roll Award, Perfect Attendance Award, the Marilyn Maynard Award, 75% and over in mathematics. Stefan Jules, Second Class Honor Roll Award, the Librarians Award, 26 books, Perfect Attendance Award, the Marilyn Maynard Award, 75% and over in mathematics. Zanike Dickinson, Second Class Honor Roll Award, First Place in Class, Perfect Attendance Award, the Giovanni Fleming Award for Best in Social Studies, and the Marilyn Maynard Award, 75% and over in mathematics. Andre Hendricks, Most Helpful Student Award, the Librarians Award, 25 books, and the Leisha Hutchinson Pass Student Award. Rajon Versils, Third Class Honor Roll Award, Perfect Attendance Award, Most Improved Student Award, the Mr. Terencia Williams Award for Student Achievement, and Most Helpful Student Award. Aldra Evans, the Librarians Award, 28 books, 13 reading, the Fiction Events Club Award, Third Class Honor Roll Award, Token of Appreciation Award for Phonics Program. Venicia Hodge, Token of Appreciation Award for helping with the Phonics program. She's a star student also. Imani Hodge, Class Roll Award, and Perfect Attendance Award. Trayden Douglas. Second Class Honor Roll Award, Most Improved Student Award, the Librarians Award, 25 books, Most Helpful Student Award, the Leacher Hutchinson Past Student Award, and a Token of Appreciation Award for the Sound System and Phonics Program. Trayden. Jibril Mustafa. Third in class, Second Class Honor Roll Award, Most Improved Student Award, the Delante Lewis Most Improved Student Award, the Dr. Mark Hodge Best Student in Science and Technology Award, Marilyn Maynard's Award, 75% and over in mathematics. Lauricia Pemberton. The Librarians Award of reading 28 books and third in reading. And the Phonics Program Award. Kai Watley. Second in class, Third Class Honor Roll Award, the Librarians Award, reading 25 books, and the Chaplains Award. Oh, it's the first place Chaplains Award. Kenesia Warner. The Librarians Award, the Leisha Hutchinson Award for Past Student, and a Token of Appreciation for the Phonics Program Award. Kaden Otto, Most Helpful Student Award and Class Roll Award. Naeem Liddy. Class Roll Award, the Maxim Isaiah Best Male Athlete Award, and the Ligia Hutchinson Past Student Award. Kevencia Rodriguez. Kevincia Rodriguez. The Librarians Award, 25 books. Second class honors, the Mary Richards Award for Best in Language Arts, the Marilyn Maynard's Award, 75% and over in mathematics, a Most Helpful Student Award. Malik Mills. Elena Pennyfeather. Best Female Student, Second Class Honor Rose Award, third in class, the Librarians Award reading 26 books, the Marilyn Maynard's Award at 75% and over in mathematics, the Denver Mike Best in Health and Wellness Award, the Miss Valerie Richardson AAA Award, and perfect attendance.
Okay. This person is receiving the Librarians Award for reading 25 books. Third class honor roll award. They're receiving a token of appreciation for assisting with the school sound system and also with the phonic program. Give it up for Elston Riley. He's also receiving the Leisha Hutchison Past Student Award. Receiving Perfect Attendance Award, the Librarians Award for reading 25 books, the Marilyn Maynard Award for 75% and over in mathematics, Second Class Honor Roll Award, Most Helpful Student Award, Third in Class, Token of Appreciation System with the school sound system. Give it up for Aaron Fifield. I hope Aaron was training somebody for assisting with the school sound system. You're gonna miss him. First in Class, Third Class Honor Roll Award, Edgar Brown Best in 6-2 Award, Most Helpful Student Award goes to JaQuincia Vassels. Class Roll Award. This person receiving Class Roll Award, Most Improved Student Award, Student Council Award, Librarians Award for reading 26 books. Give it up for Chanel. Receiving Class Roll Award, Student Award, Token of Appreciation for assisting with the founding program every morning, Award for assisting with the school sound system. Give it up for Amari Richardson. Amari Richardson. He is also receiving the Boys Chaplain Award, that we have introduced. It has to do with assembly, performing well during assembly, remembering the scripture verses and all of that. Receiving the Librarians Award for reading 25 books, the Fig Tree Events Club Award, Perfect Attendance Award, Mrs. Terencia Williams Award for Student Achievement, the Leisha Hutchison Award for Past Student, Marilyn Maynard Award for achieving 75% turnover in mathematics, third class honor roll award. Give it up for Shavicia Liddy. Yeah, Shavi. Shavi. Receiving Class Roll Award, also Librarians Award for reading 65 books. Okay, this person is the winner. She read the most books. Give it up for none other than Mercy Keynes. Yeah, Mercy. She had to read those books. Otherwise, her mom would spank her. Receiving the Librarians Award for reading 25 books, Class Roll Award, Victory Events Club Award, Most Helpful Student Award, Perfect Attendance Award, Michaela Liddy. Yeah, Michaela. That's right. You're on the catwalk. Receiving third in class, second class honor roll award, perfect attendance award. Give it up for Sharalita Masham. Sharalita, smile. Smile. Receiving the Librarians Award for reading 26 books, third class honor award, perfect attendance award, the Marilyn Maynard Award in mathematics, Naya Liddy. Best athletes. Receiving the Librarians Award for reading 26 books, Third Class Honor Roll Award, Perfect Attendance Award, Award for assisting with the phonic program every morning, Unique Burke. Receiving Second Class Honor Roll Award, Award for assisting with the phonic program, Librarians Award for reading 25 books, the Marilyn Maynard Award in Mathematics. Give it up for Kaaria Williams. Receiving the Librarians Award for reading 28 books. This person came third in reading. Most Helpful Student Award, Fig Tree Events Club Award, the Leisure Hutchison Pass Student Award, Award for assisting with the phonics program. Give it up for Josharai Daniel, also an actress. Receiving the Librarians Award for reading 43 books. He came second in reading. Award for assisting with the phonic program. Give it up for Kyron Keynes. That's right. Next awardee, I now call on Denroy Herbert. Give it up for Denroy Herbert. Come on, Denroy. recipient of the Best Reading Intervention Student Award, none other than Joel Joseph. Person receiving second class honor roll award, the Marilyn Maynard Award for achieving 75% and over in mathematics, Zaid Murray. Okay, we're winding down. Second in class, second class honor roll award. This person is also receiving the Librarians Award for reading 28 books. That's third in reading. Marilyn Maynard Award in mathematics. Kamisi Leader Salutatorian Award. Give it up for the salutatorian of class of 2023, Kimoni Damon! Am I forgetting anyone? Am I forgetting anyone? This person is receiving the Principal's Award, First Class Honor Roll Award, the Giovanni Fleming Best in Social Studies Award, the Elmer Burke Best in Mathematics Award, Island Purified Water Best Student Award, Marilyn Maynard Award in Mathematics, Mrs. Valerie Mason AAA Award, Dwayne Wallins Best in Science and Mathematics Award, Best Male Student Award, First in Class, Perfect Attendance, Valedictorian of Class 2023, Aidan Versailles. He will need a truck. All right. Let's give it up one more time for all of our graduates. Give it up. They deserve it. I believe that they did an excellent job.
At this time, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Ms. Samantha Pedro, the principal of the Tyrrell Williams Primary School. And just before we have this next item, I would like to congratulate all of the graduates today. And it really gives me great joy to see our boys excelling. Last year we had 2 girls at the top. This year we have 2 boys at the top. It tells us that we have not lost hope. Okay? So parents, my encouragement to you is to continue to pour into your children, continue to invest in your children. It's not sometimes just about giving them the latest of things or the gadgets, but spending that quality time with them so that they can become well-rounded citizens. So at this time, it gives me great pleasure to welcome Mr. Aiden Versailles, our valedictorian, to give his speech. Please welcome him as he comes.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aiden Versailles, and I will be making a speech for becoming valedictorian of 2023. I joined the fraternity of the school in 2020, at a time when the COVID-19 pandemic left many people with more questions than answers. My parents, like many, were concerned of the well-being of my siblings and I. They then made the decision to relocate us, as they felt that being closer to school, home, was the better option. It did not hurt that Sandy Point Primary was the first picked, as this school is known to be one of the best schools in the Federation when it comes to academics and athletics. My parents wanted to ensure that I continued to receive the best quality of education there was. As my father puts it, I must remain a AAA student in academics, athletics, and attitude. Ironically, I was excited about the transfer, though still a little nervous. I did not necessarily know what to expect from the teachers and the students. However, with time, as I got to interact with them and got to know them, I knew everything was going to be all right. I can recall having to follow the annoying yet necessary protocols to keep us safe from COVID-19. Mrs. Warner Leader would constantly remind us to sanitize our hands, pull up our mask, or send us to the office to get a mask if we did not have one. During the times when our school was on lockdown, I remember having fun conversation on Microsoft Teams with my friends and teacher after we would have completed our lesson. We would even call each other if we realized one of us was late logging in. I also became prefect in grade 5 and then again in grade 6, a duty I shared with many other schoolmates. That experience taught me responsibility and how to be a leader. It also reinforced the importance of being respectful to my peers and teachers. I am thankful for the task because it helped me to understand what Mrs. Warner Leader meant when she constantly reminded us to always be positive, polite, honest, forgiving, and above all, be helpful to each other. Another fond memory I have was being the flag bearer for Green Giants in 2022. Later that night, I will go on to assist my team in winning the 4x4 relay. In 2023, I proudly represented the Sandy Point Primary School Blue Blazers in the under 13 high jump category for Rams Inter-Primary School Championship and made it to the semifinals. Though I did not medal, I was glad to be an ambassador for my team. I give credit for my achievement to my teachers, Mrs. Burnham, Mrs. Smith, Mrs. Garvey, Mr. Lawrence, Mr. Evan, Mrs. Francis, Mrs. Brown, Mrs. Herbert in grade 6, and Mrs. Fleming, and now Mrs. Herbert in grade 4, who was then a teacher assistant. To coaches Shaquan and Mr. Rogers, your guidance was key to me in achieving this award. To my peers, whom I have the privilege of calling friends from the time I entered the school to this point, you guys had my back, so I say thank you. Graduation to me is not the end goal, but only a small chapter in our lives as we write out our stories and figure out whom we want to be. My mother sometimes asks me the question, especially when I get on her nerves. How would you want to be remembered? Or she would say, don't follow people, lead. The question of how I want to be remembered is heavy and important. At times I think I have the answers, and other times it is not so clear. But I do know I want to make myself and my family proud. I can say on this occasion, at this very moment, I am proud, and I know they are too. I do not have any sage advice for my peers as I'm only 11 years old. It is true, okay? Don't need to laugh. However, as we step into the future, ask yourselves, how would you like others to remember you? I close by expressing thanks to my family and to God for being a constant presence in my life. Your support and knowing that I could call on you when I am feeling overwhelmed gave me the courage to push through each day. My co-graduates, as we enter high school, remember, may all who come behind us find us faithful. May the fire of devotion light their way. May the footprints that we leave them to believe. And the lives we live inspire them to obey. Be leaders. Why? Because SP is where the best be. Thank you.
Aiden, we wish you the very best as you charter new territories, secondary school. Give him another round of applause. We will now be entertained with a dance presentation by the graduates.
Turn up the volume, we can't hear. Never thought we'd be standing here. We're searching all together, struggling together side by side. Though we never make it, we cry. We messed up, fought our way back, now we're stronger. You've guided our way, taught us to take, risking everything we made. You've made us stay, and now we're brave, facing our future. Here we are, standing tall, with our heads held high. We give it all, through the day and through the night. We pick ourselves, we wonder as we look back on times we had. We never thought we'd get this far, through the bad, through the good times. We felt the best of days. We gave our all and fought so hard. With our dreams and goals inside, hand in hand we will strive. We've come so far from where we are. Our future now is shining bright. Here we are, standing tall, with our heads held high. We give it all, through the day and through the night. We picked ourselves, we wonder why. 'Cause we stand together, and we won't give up. Yeah, we work hard together, and we can have it all.
Let's give them another round of applause. At Sandy Point Primary School, we have a lot of gifted children here. We will now welcome the second man of the hour, the diligent, the vivacious Kimani Demin, our salutatorian 2023. Let's welcome him, please.
Chairpersons, kindly permit me to adopt all protocols that have been previously established. Good night. It is with pride and honor that I take in performing the task of offering the thanks of vote on behalf of the school and myself. This evening's activity has been enjoyable, emotional, significant, and moreover, successful. Many have played their part in such a prestigious event, and thus gratitude must be expressed. First and foremost, I must thank Almighty God in making this event successful. Without God, we can do nothing. Pastor Francis, our school's chaplain, we sincerely say thanks for invoking God's blessings and guidance on our graduation ceremony here this evening. Education Officer, Mr. John Gomes, genuine thanks are extended to you for your brief remarks and reaffirming us of the ministry's continued support in education. To our beloved Madam Principal, Mrs. Warner Leader, an enormous thank you for your detailed report and remarks. You have encouraged your students to keep working hard in the next phase of their educational journey. Thank you for your leadership, commitment, and zeal that you have exhibited to us, the teachers, graduates, and the parents. Thanks is extended to you, Ms. Daria Warner, for so ably introducing our featured speaker. Thank you. Mrs. Dawn James and Miss Ebony Smith, can you kindly stand and come to the podium? No. Mrs. Dawn James and Miss Ebony Smith, sincere thanks are extended to you both for so ably and zealously chairing this evening's esteemed ceremony. You set this evening's tone and were able to continue hosting with great energy. Thanks again. You may sit. Miss Dariela Warner, can you kindly stand and make your way to the podium? Miss Dariela Warner, our featured speaker, this evening we have been truly inspired, encouraged, and touched by your motivating and passionate speech. I think I speak for my fellow graduates when I say that we will take this message to heart, germinate it, and bear fruits through hard work in the next stage of our learning journey and in life. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Pastor Pennyfeather, can you kindly stand and come to the podium? Pastor Pennyfeather, we extend gratitude by presenting this token of appreciation to you for accepting and performing the task of distributing the prizes, certificates, and trophies to all our graduates and recipients here today. We appreciate you. Parents, kindly stand, please. To you, our lovely and dedicated parents, heartfelt thanks are extended to you for the love, care, guidance, protection, and provision that you have given so freely to our children in rendering them successful. Parents, do stand and take a bow. Continue to support them fully in their secondary education and beyond. Thanks. Special thanks are extended to Kaldra Evans and Ozaria Wyatt for their beautiful recital of the poem. We enjoyed it. Thanks. Thank you, dancers Joshua Thomas, Larissa Pemberton, Renisa Hodge, Keara Williams, and Alena Pennyfeather. For your beautiful rhythmic movements of your body in performing the dance. You did well. We certainly enjoyed it. Thank you, Ms. Diaz, for taking the time and effort in teaching the children this wonderful dance. Teachers, kindly stand. To you, the committed, inspiring, and hardworking teachers, I salute you for all that you have done from the onset to the ending of primary education. I know that we did not make your task of educating us very easy, but you did not give up on us. You gave us guidance, motivation, love, strength, and facilitated our learning. Thank you very much, teachers. We appreciate you. To our valedictorian, Aiden Versailles, congrats on attaining the best academic results for 2022 amongst our brightest and hardworking students. Congrats and thanks for speaking on behalf of us all here at our final and formal setting in primary school. You have represented us well. Work harder and always strive for excellence in all your endeavors. Thanks must be expressed to the shepherd of the Lighthouse Baptist Church for allowing the school to host its graduation ceremony here this evening. We truly do appreciate your love and support. To all who have graced us with your presence, wished the school well, gave support financially or otherwise, I say tremendous thanks. Thanks to one and all. God bless you. Good evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Kimani. And thank you to all the musicians over there. Okay. For the final time, the graduates will sing their school song. Please stand, graduates.
hip. Hip hip. Hip hip.
Good evening again to everyone. Just a few words before we leave. For those students who will be going to the dinner with us just after graduation, I'm going to give you until about 7 o'clock to get your pictures in with your children. After you're finished, please do return the gowns in the back room where they'll be checked off. A number of our students are carrying with them cash prizes along with vouchers. Parents need to take them from them before they lose them. Okay, students, you looking at me? We are so proud of you. Very, very proud of you, and we are indeed going to miss you. And as I said before, don't be afraid to come back and say hi to your teachers. Do your very best in high school, and remember that we love you, okay? Okay, everybody put their tassels to the right. Fix your tassels to the right. Okay, we're ready? Okay, listen up. We are now going to take them over to the left. After 2, 1, 2. Congratulations. You have now graduated from the Sandy Point Primary School.
At this time, we are going to invite everyone to stand for the recessional. Okay, so another bit of information. For the changing, the girls are to go downstairs and the boys are to go on the room next door, okay? So the girls are to go downstairs, okay? And that is after the recession. Miss Francis would also like to see all the awardees for the library with their gifts to have a photo at the end